Hello. Okay, so here I are. I have great grammar. Here I am. Okay, part 5. Okay, so here's part 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and reread that little what I read in the end of the last one. So sorry, my hair's getting on my nerves. I really want to put it in a bun, so bad. Okay, but I have to finish this. So, people who bring us down are often projecting their own negative views of themselves onto us. Understanding this mechanism allows us to free ourselves from their harsh words. It's not you, it's them. And that's the truth. Like I was telling you in the end of the last video, the monster you see in others is actually the monster in you. Your perception is based on your own inner core beliefs and your own experiences, not theirs. So I get this a lot because I used to get looked at in a negative light only because the other people were looking at me in a negative light. I wasn't doing anything to negative, you know, and so it's crazy, but it happens. So unfortunately, negative people are often driven by their own fears. Like I said, it's usually fear driven. I've said it before, I think I posted it, to where every decision you make is based off of either love or fear. And most of the time, human beings choose fear-based. They make fear-based decisions most of the time. And that's something you got to break yourself out of. So, okay. And it's these fears that shape their view of themselves, the world, and indeed others. These views are usually skewed and dysfunctional, but they are viewed as fact. Letting someone with these fundamentally biased perceptions guide our own behavior is clearly a terrible plan. The best thing we can do is to have compassion for the other person. Understand that they are coming from a different place, and take responsibility for our own outlook on life. So don't worry about them. Remember, this is one thing I had to realize years ago, something I remembered that I always kept in mind, was that when people react certain ways to you, when they do certain things, say certain things, when they're ugly to you, when people are mean to you, whatever, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with themselves. And that's something that is hard to grasp onto for a lot of people, because a lot of people take everything so personally. So even me, like if I'm mean to somebody, or if I get annoyed or I get angry at something, I have to stop and look within myself, because usually it stems from something in me that is causing that, or causing my perception of that person, or causing me to see them in that negative light. Now, I'm not saying everyone's saints or anything like that. There are those people that are literally horrible human beings, but there's not as many as you might think. Most human beings are very decent, awesome, loving people. So they've just been through trauma, they've been through things in life that have caused them to be a certain way. So that's one reason I will always be nice to people. That's just me. Okay, so now different place and take responsibility for our own outlook on life. Okay, remember, happiness is contagious too. This is very true. So in considering someone else's happiness and making an effort to make someone else smile, we reap the benefits of sharing our positivity. A good way to combat the spread of negativity is to spread our own dispositions of happiness, resilience, and gratitude. Gratitude's a big one. We can be a positive force in someone else's life. This isn't about taking responsibility for someone else's happiness or giving our energy to someone else. It's about being a demonstration to another person of an alternative perspective, giving them evidence against their world of negativity and helping them to challenge their status quo. So this is something that I know is a real big one and something that's really, really important. So you have to just remember that happiness is contagious. So if you're happy or you're giving people a positive spin on things that they're always seeing something negative in, just keep on doing it. Some people are stubborn, freaking horrible people. No, they're not horrible, but they're just really stubborn little, I wanted to cuss, but stubborn little punks, you know. And so you have to remember that, you know what, you can be stubborn too, but in a positive way, you know, and just remember that it's good to do that. So, okay. Gratitude has been proven to be a key factor in happiness. Often people who are fundamentally unhappy are those who can't see the good they have in their life and are always focused on what they don't have, and this will never change no matter how much good they acquire. They're wired to focus on what's missing no matter what. Making someone aware of this or showing them how you practice recognizing things in your life that bring you joy can help to give them the tools to change their own perspective. Remember, I'm always telling you guys to focus on the positive, but focus on everything. Whenever I talk to you guys individually, whenever I do my coaching, I'm always telling people to, you know, to focus on the positive no matter what is going on. Even if it's only one thing, I've told you all this before, if there's only one thing you can truly be positive about or grateful for in your life, focus on that one thing. Focus on it, because it's going to bring up so many more positive things in your life that you never realized were there. And so just remember that. Okay. Okay. Stop giving your power to negative people. We can choose what we spend our cognitive energy on. It's easy to take a backseat in deciding what we spend our mental resources on, but a little awareness can help us to realize that autopilot isn't our only option. Negative people can hijack our time and energy even when they are not around. We ruminate over how they've made us feel bad, and we complain about certain people over and over to no end. The fact is that getting rid of negative thoughts completely is not possible, nor is it advisable. Negative responses to real world situations can be appropriate and useful. They can help us process complex situations. They can give meaning to positive parts of life, and they can also fuel motivation. However, allocating mental resources to thinking and talking about the negative people in our lives is a waste, and it could be shortening our lives. We can make the decision to choose what we spend our time thinking about. Let's make it positive. Remember, like I told you guys before in one of the other videos I just did, it's that whole, I've said this many times though, it's that whole like, yes, acknowledge you're feeling bad. Acknowledge you're going through this situation. Acknowledge that you are depressed, sad, angry, whatever it is, but do not pitch a tent there. Keep walking. Keep walking up that hill. Keep going toward that positivity. And that's what I mean, like you have to do that. Negative people are not bad people. We all have different life journeys full of a myriad of events that impact us in different ways. But we owe it to ourselves to protect our own mental and physical health by addressing the determined impact these people have. We don't have to cut people out of our lives, but we can lessen our exposure. Be a source of positivity that can also be contagious, and work on your own self-worth to protect yourself. Having the courage to set ourselves free from the tethers of negative people gives us the opportunity to navigate our own lives toward attaining the goals and happiness we may never have believed possible. So just be positive. Like I said, you're not going to always be 100%, you know, positive, and you're never going to have any negative. That's not going to happen. But you can focus on the positives that you do have in life, even if it's just you waking up in the morning, or you being able to breathe, you being able to walk, you being able to get out of bed. There's people who suffer from anxiety. I've spoken to a lot. So there's even people who deal with anxiety who are literally bedridden because of how bad their anxiety is. So if you're able to even just get out of bed, even though you are dealing with 24/7 symptoms or whatever, count yourself blessed and understand that you need to have gratitude toward everything. So like, and even those who are bedridden, they still have things to be thankful for too. They have a lot of reasons to have gratitude. You just have to train, rewire, retrain your brain to be more positive. You have to recreate those neural pathways, change the ones that are there, and create new ones. Or recreate, it's still going to be brand new. So create new ones so that you'll be able to have all that positivity and have a totally different way of looking at things and be a positive light. So anyway, I love you guys. Remember, you're not alone. I hope you really enjoyed this whole little series, and I will be back soon. And I want to do a live. I'm gonna do a live thing either here in the next few days. Definitely, I'm gonna go live again. So, but I love you guys. Remember, you're not alone, and I will talk to you guys later. Leave comments. Bye.